Tiru.
It's from Tiru, Narayanan. So it's a short name.
Okay.
So my father's name was Narayanan. So
Welcome to Worlds TV. We are streaming at a usual time of Thursday, 5 p.m. from Black Frog Studios in Stockholm. On today's show, we have our special guest, Daniel Tiru. He is a CEO, a CTO, a developer, IT architect, data protection officer. Let's call him a CXO of Mondrift. It means cloud operations, and that's what we're going to talk about on today's show, along with data security. So if you have any questions that you might like to ask Daniel around data security, cloud operations, maybe something to do with tech or his horoscope, throw it out there. We will respond to all questions in the comment section on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Go for it. Ask questions, get involved. In the control booth right now is Chris. He will be taking this seat very shortly. But for now, we're going to go to tech news. So, security engineered machinery introduces new optical media shredder model O200. You got to tiptoe. O200 okay. OMD SSD-C for NSA listed destruction of classified CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray discs.
Oh my God, my head was lost.
What? Your head was lost?
It was cut off.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you're going to have to do that again.
Ah, okay.
That's embarrassing.
Crap.
Okay. I was just telling everyone about a consumer-grade disk destroyer.
A disk destroyer?
A disk destroyer.
Oh, my, finally.
Exactly.
Finally. How long have I been waiting for
that?
Right. You know, I realized the other day that our band have been making CDs. I guess
like behind your back.
For some reason, they've been making CDs. They didn't tell me.
Okay.
But now, finally, I can be like, make a video. This is what I think about your shitty CDs.
Yeah.
Stupid band. They're like, you're in the band.
Yeah.
Aren't you a fan of the band? No, we make shit music, guys. We gotta stop this. This is horrible.
How does that happen when you own the studio?
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, have you seen Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah, it's from where my people are from.
I know, and that's kind of, and I'm sorry because you hear that a lot.
I'm not ignorant.
You know, they'd probably be like, "Oh, you look like Jermaine," or "You look like that," or "You."
I look like Jermaine.
Do you?
I don't look. Wait.
Deep set facial.
Whoa. Continue with Flight of the Conchords.
Okay, so so the thing is, in that they have a band, and basically. What's the other? Brett. He's actually not a part of the fan club of the band. So there are two people in the band. They only have one person in the fan club because he's not a fan of the band. Oh. He doesn't like the music.
Okay. Do you like the music?
That's how I feel about it. No, it's kind of bad music. I mean, I don't like it. I wouldn't be a fan of it.
Would you use this device then?
So I mean, this is perfect. Like when I really want to show what I think about the music, I'll be like, hey, look at your shitty CD.
Wow.
I'm gonna put it in the
destroyer. It'll be gone forever.
I'll make a video.
Forever.
That's true. I mean, but isn't that about art? Shouldn't it be like, why we want to save it? You're a live performer.
Everything I do is immortalized for the rest of time.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's a silly.
This finally, let's destroy it.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Agree to disagree then.
No. Okay. Right. Chief Information Security Officer. How do you pronounce it? Is it CISO or CISO?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can it be
big question,
Chris? Big question. Can it be KISO?
KISO. Okay.
KISO? KISO.
Well, NHS just had their first KISO.
Okay.
Quit. Resign.
Wow.
After 3 months.
His face is gigantic behind us.
Yeah, it's even bigger than our faces combined.
Oh my God.
It's like 50 of our faces.
This is crazy. So he okay. So
he resigned after 3 months. You know the NHS, right? The National Health Service in the United Kingdom.
I did not know.
Yeah.
You're teaching me now?
Yeah. Well, they hired him because there was this big ransomware attack in 2 years ago.
Wow.
And it cost the NHS £22 million, which is about 1.2 million SEK, I suppose.
Wow.
Because they lost access to the information and their systems.
Oh my
And
God.
all the appointments got cancelled, and they spent £72 million on getting extra IT support. So now they bring in this dude, and he just quits.
I mean, that's what I
He
would
just
do.
quits.
I
mean-
respect that. I mean, he's got to do a better job than Giuliano, right? I mean, the people that Trump has assigned to head this security is like, I mean, that's...
Why'd you bring up Trump?
I'm sorry. I mean, I think IT security is a fun topic because it's like,
Okay.
it's generally handled by people that shouldn't handle it in the first place.
Okay. IoT security.
IoT security.
Look at this product range. This is blatant advertising. It's
Yeah.
not. This is not advertising. This is just me choosing a weird picture that looks like advertising. It's
I
not.
finally, but wait.
It's
Can you be the chief IT security person here at the studios? Can we
I-
hire you for that?
yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. I think you
I-
do a great job.
You think so?
I mean,
you think so though?
I'm
I would,
100%
wouldn't I? I would. I do.
I'm
I would-
100%
I
sure
would
you
be
would do a
incredible.
whole lot better job than a whole lot of other people who are put in that position. And I'm pretty sure you know how to use Google, so you could actually search the stuff and at least come up with plausible
Yes.
explanation. And it would
Yes.
take you like 1 week to be
A queso.
a queso, a real queso.
Audience thoughts.
Thoughts?
Yep. If you think I can swing it, I'd love to. No one's really talking, are they? No
Sorry.
one's
There's a dead silence.
No. Okay. Well, anyway, Trend Micro announced Trend Micro IoT security.
Oh.
Yes. It allows product manufacturers and service providers to improve their products by installing protection in the device themselves early on. So they can just install the platform during the product development
Have you been
lifecycle.
hacked recently? Or why are we
have I-
talking about security so much right now? I gotta know why.
Oh,
What's
why?
happened?
Oh. Well,
Well,
we have someone in the studio who inspired
okay,
the
fair.
conversation.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm just trying to prove to him that I know my stuff.
All right, okay, good.
As a queso.
As a queso of the
World.
studio, I
Yeah,
think you're doing
of
a
the
pretty good
studio.
job.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
yes.
Queso of Black Frog Studios is proud to announce a special guest speaker. Are you ready? Are you ready, Daniel?
Yes.
Yeah, he's ready. Are you
He's
ready? Are you ready?
I'm not ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Interview time! Woo!
Beautiful.
Great.
And we did that again. Oh my God, your swaps. I'm so amazed. I should stop being amazed by this because she's nailing it every time now. But it looks good. Yeah, nice job.
Thanks.
Woo.
Thanks.
Good to have you here.
Thanks for being here. Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
Yeah.
Really good to have you
Yeah, we
here.
didn't have to come, but we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Robert
you're here.
Mitchell asked how we're doing today.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I think,
good.
well,
I think.
Robert,
We have a new queso in the studio,
Yeah.
so I'm all
Yes.
happy.
I heard it's
Yes.
Yeah.
very
Hi.
good pronunciation as well.
queso.
Queso, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I like
I did
it's like
ask.
the
yeah.
small white things that you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Queso in Sweden,
Yeah.
that's a cottage
Cottage
cheese,
cheese, yes.
basically. So
Mm.
we'd have queso in the office, and
Yes.
and she's gonna head it up, so we don't have to
Yeah.
worry. If you're planning on hijacking the stream, forget about it. Queso's gonna take care of you.
Take you down.
Take you down. Just try
Take
to
you
find
down.
our
Just-
keys, because they're.
Just try.
Oh my God, they're so unsecure. You have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You were
It
telling
just
me.
take a few days, I guess. I mean,
What's-
you've taken online course and
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure like queso
Switch
101.
locks.
I mean,
Switch
Okay.
locks.
That's
I mean,
that's what you did,
yeah.
right? That's what you did to get your understanding
Yeah.
of
Yes, of course.
data security
Yeah.
and
Good locks.
Yeah.
Good locks.
Good.
Yeah.
So you call yourself a CXO on LinkedIn. Okay. I didn't make
Yeah.
that up. I think it's genius. I love it. Because what do? I got the right. You're CEO, a founder, developer, IT architect. Any of those titles your favorite?
IT architect is
Okay.
good, trying to get the width of IT, including our security, but also development, architecture. What is architecture? I mean, building a house or building a system.
yeah.
Information models. So it's quite wide.
Mm?
Yeah, it is for sure.
A lot about people as well. to different roles and so CXO is good in that way.
CXO, we're completely
and Keso,
ruined to Keso now. That's going to be the international well-known term. I'm a Keso.
A Keso, yeah.
Employ me.
Queso for hire.
What do you want?
Yeah. So you started at Marquardt and Partners.
Marquardt and Partners, yes.
Oh.
That was my first IT job as a consultant back in '98.
You started as a consultant.
Yeah, so I was a PC runner as well, fixing things, installing computers and servers and fixing them together.
Yeah, making shit work.
Yeah.
Making shit work,
Yeah.
exactly.
Were you a gamer?
Yes.
Is that
Where are you? Do you quit? I think it's one of the...
I spent about 2.5 years on the team online.
Oh man, that's a game that you can lose your life in.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you didn't continue with Eve or something even more massive?
No, sort of. I stopped there.
You
I play a lot of FIFA now.
Okay, well, okay.
Because that you can play for 20 minutes.
You think so, yeah. Like you would play for 20 minutes.
No, but you have the option to not
I like
be there.
to know that I can quit.
Yes.
Not that
It's
I
very
will.
hard to pause online games.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That it is actually horrible.
Yeah.
Those games are they are demanding. But that's so.
Yeah, so I started there in '98 at least.
In '98.
Yeah.
'98, doing a lot of front-end development as well. HTML and Photoshop and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then went into programming for making intranets for banks and stuff like that.
That seems like a big escalation. I mean, a bank?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
I love that you were just like, I'm going to be a consultant for my first job, then I'm going to take on banks for my next job, second job. Yeah.
Yeah, and some broadcasting sites as well.
Right.
Building.
Community building. Yeah.
Pension system, front ends.
And sorry, could you hold it just a little bit?
Great.
So sorry, but it's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But so cool. And then okay, and we need to stop there.
Yeah.
So going from fixing computers to banks, how does that happen? Like we say we have people out here. We had Tech Buddy. Sorry, I forgot his name. I'm so bad at names.
Sobish.
Yes, Siavesh was here, and we were talking. And he's running Tech Buddy. He's been working with that for a long time. And a lot of people are out there helping people fix their computers. But you actually took a wild step there from fixing computers to get into that. So how did that happen?
I guess interest. I mean, it's one thing to get it working, but what should it do?
Yeah.
So front end was quite fun as well. I mean, you see stuff
that
happening.
runs in Java, right? Most of
that was in ASP. And JavaScript
they
is
are
now
brave banks.
Yeah,
Wow.
ASP. It was NT4, I guess. Windows NT4, SQL servers, Internet Information Server.
How many of those systems are still active today?
Oh, I guess none.
Oh,
I
too
think.
bad.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's happened a lot of things in 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have changed in case you still have it.
So if you're a bank out there running on some ASP, ASPX stuff.
Yeah, yes, ASP.
ASPX is fine then.
Yeah, well, maybe it's better. It's better.
Maybe you should think about changing.
Yeah.
You can contact you maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to build it for you.
Exactly. So here you go.
All the banks watching.
Banks out there, here you go.
Yeah.
Intranets and communities and
But don't even try to steal our key. So she's top
she's
level.
brilliant. Yeah.
You can't touch this. Netstar.
Netstar.
6 years.
6 years. Yes. And before that, I was into operations in ISP, so working with databases mainly for a year. But Netstar was we were building communities, online communities for Swedish television, Danish broadcasting. Built Tasteline and different. I mean, Tasteline is food, but still has some community.
So how does that work? Like to build the community for. I'm guessing it's an online community that you have to kind of maintain and build around there.
Yeah. So with SVT, it was Swedish Television. They had a program for youngsters.
Yeah.
And providing online content. So, for example, So they were promoting the community. So with building a community is quite a tough job. You need to have a lot of content and things happening. And
And this when was this?
This was 2000, I guess 2001, 2.
So kind of the beginning also of the ideas with SVT Play and all that, like.
Yeah, that started back then. I guess. Yeah. So it was a lot of content. I mean, we sent a SMS to a number, picked up the profile picture and showed it on the screen and TV. Like to get it from the member database and get the name from the registered phone number. And
wow. Yeah.
Quite cool.
Yeah, that's how you did it before Facebook. Before Facebook.
Yeah.
SVT, that's a huge network for those of you who aren't from Sweden.
And Robert Mitchell here asking, I'm going to interject some stuff from the audience here. He's asking, can gaming be? I think we touched the subject. Can gaming be classed as an addiction? Mainly MMOs. What do you all think?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And you're sort of you get stuck in there.
The problem with addiction is this. Is it bad? I mean, like the thing is, addiction is only when it's bad. You know, like if the rest of your life falls apart, then you're doing something too much, then you're addicted to it. Do you know what I mean?
I prefer the chemical and clinical approach to addiction theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You prefer?
I prefer
chemical happiness and clinical depression, like these two.
Correct.
These two combinations.
Yes. Precisely.
I get. Yeah. No, but I mean, because I don't think you can compare. Like one thing is a chemical addiction, right?
Yes.
What you're talking about. Sorry, but because that's very different from an addiction, from other addictions. But actually, apparently, when they've been studying our minds in neurobiology, they say that it really does trigger our same response levels. And what a lot of these addictive substances do is that they actually, in one way or another, produce serotonin or epinephrine or stuff like that. That has, so it's very, very similar things that is going on. But I absolutely think so. Specifically, the games that you're talking about as well, games when a lot of people depend on your ability to be there on time. Because this is essentially big raids. You have to sit there. If you fucking chicken out, there's a lot of pressure. These are your online friends. It's an online community, and you're there. And it's like, and I think that's actually a great practice for life. The problem is, you probably need that commitment to the team that you're working with, rather than the team that is online. Because unless you earn money on it, and unless that is your life and your work, then it wouldn't be an addiction, right? And that's kind of the weird thing.
You mean you can justify a chemical malfunction because money and people are involved?
I guess so,
because
right?
There's some social
that's
chaos.
Kind of the weird thing. If you're addicted to gaming, and a lot of people were, and I think a lot of people are, but there's huge, poker stuff.
Betting.
Betting in general.
You have a small disclaimer on all the commercials, right?
Yeah. But we grew up, and I grew up playing poker. It was this, Texas Hold'em. I think we all went through that period. Everyone was supposed to play Texas Hold'em, and a lot of people started playing online, and some people made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And for them, it wasn't really an addiction. It became their job, right? And then it's really hard to say.
For a few years.
I have to admit that, yes, most people played it for a few years, and then they kind of lost whatever they made, and then they didn't really leave there, richer. But the point is that there is a real danger there. And there's also something else to recognize, which is that for gamers that are streaming, for instance, and who are actually doing that as their life, it's... it's hard to say. Is it when it becomes a socially accepted phenomenon, like us drinking alcohol and partying together, and we see that as fine? Like, it's very hard to actually draw that line and say it's wrong in every case. Right?
I mean, it's a judgment that you're passing on whether it's an addiction or not. But I still think that an addiction's an addiction. That there is like a distinct point of not being able to separate from that which you are attached to.
Yes.
And I mean, like, it can't be very black and white.
can you be addicted to your
Job.
job? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I think
I
you
mean-
can be addicted to
Yeah,
anything.
anything.
Really.
I'm addicted to
actually-
water.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
addicted
oh
to
my
water.
God, are we addicted to water?
Yeah.
That's hard. Let's quit.
But I
Yeah.
love
Stop
it.
that shit.
I love it.
mean,
I
do you
love
know
some
how
of my
many people
addictions.
die of
They
water
say.
every year?
Probably
It's a
people.
lot of people.
Yeah, they shouldn't be
And
doing
people
that.
have been drinking water
Yes.
in their life
Yes.
would increase the death rate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to work on this.
Yeah.
We need to stop the water addiction.
What?
Start a foundation.
I like. Oh, charity money.
Charity
Yes.
money. Let's
Smart.
Robert Mitchell saying that's such a great point. I was in the standing that it wasn't, but now you touch on the chemical side of things. I understand it a lot more.
Yeah.
Because you're talking a bit
Yeah.
about the chemical stuff. Yeah, it's really
Yes.
important. Can you be and this is like can you be love is a type of really aggressive addiction.
Yeah.
It also
Yeah.
is very, very, very similar to all of these things.
Yes.
So I think it is actually really, really hard to say when an addiction. It is typically when an addiction is really bad for your survival. Like when it deteriorates your health, when it deteriorates stuff that the society also expects you to be. There is an outward judgment on what is an addiction and what is not. And that actually changes over time. Certain addictions have become addictions now that people would say that's a great behavior. Earlier. I can't draw any direct examples, but it is
Do
changing.
you have a world's ball here?
I do.
We need a world's ball.
Let me get one. I have already been cut out of
Okay.
this. My head has been lost previously.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
want you to lose your head.
I can hide you. I can shield you.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
no
you.
one noticed. No one knew.
No one,
Right?
no one saw
No
that.
one knew what?
No one saw the edges of the screen. Whoop! There we go. Okay, we have
Okay.
too many
Okay.
balls coming
Too
back
many
in.
balls.
Too many balls. Never. Robert, this is a question for you. What happens when you hear the unboxing sound? I'm trying to determine if Robert's addicted to worlds or not.
Yeah,
This is a test.
Robert,
Okay.
addiction to
Ro-
the sound.
Yeah, Robert. What?
There you
When
go.
when you smell the plastic coming out of the foam, what's going through your head? Talk to us, Robert.
Robert is also
Reach
saying our addiction to air is probably the most pressing one. It's absolutely right.
Killing us.
That's a
It's
really bad
killing
one.
us. And everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone.
Imagine if we didn't
Slowly.
need that.
If only
think-
we. Yeah,
I have an idea.
you have an idea.
So I think we have a great addiction to air
Do you want to?
and water.
Oh my! Oh my mic dropped.
I do love the unboxing experience. It's amazing, just unboxing anything in general. Yeah, a lot of people have the unboxing addiction.
More sound.
Okay, more. Let's do this. We turn it into what's it called? ASMR stream? Oh my God! Yeah, that's.
Could you build a community around that, please?
You don't have a community
Please.
yet?
Yes, we do. They're watching
But we-
exactly.
right now.
we want that
Different one.
sportive world's
See what you
80th
want to
ASMR.
own, like
Yes.
non-Facebook
Yes.
thing. Yeah, we can talk
Yeah.
about that more.
Your
What's the
people, our
requirement? Is
Uh,
it just to have more people, or should they do something?
They should all start bouncing the ball and getting addicted to the mobile apps.
Yeah.
Ideally.
But you're touching on something that this is such a great question, and it's such a but it is, and a lot of people don't even ask it. If you go out and you tell people, I want a website, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. A lot of people will just say, yeah, I'll build it, or I'll do it, or I'll help you. But you really need to. What is the purpose? What are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
What are they supposed to feel like? In what way are we supposed to work with this audience, and how can we measure any form of success? And actually, if you don't have any measurements of success, it's often easier to work with a customer because it's really open.
It's really open. So then you probably need a business developer instead.
Yeah.
To get to the level where you know the requirements.
Yeah.
What should we build?
Right.
I mean, we can build a lot of things. We already built a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what should we use it for?
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
the purpose of it?
And that's what you
Exactly.
did at Project Plane, wasn't
Project
it?
Place.
Ops.
Then I was working
Place.
with the operations and IT infrastructure more. So going back from development, and I was doing a lot of operations at Netstar as well. So taking care. We had about 400,000 clients or users of the system, and it should be up and running 99.8% of the time. So you need to have high availability. We had so then I built we geo-clustered this, so creating one more data hole, because then we were more physical than we are now. So that was one of the projects, to get some background from what I built later on. Delivery problems around the world. When you have your servers in Stockholm and you have users in Australia, it's not a great user experience.
No.
It takes a lot of time.
No. And when was this?
It was 2008 to 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because today I feel like a lot of those issues has been so greatly, it's kind of built into almost all the server houses now to mirror and work kind of.
Yes, a lot of that has been done. I mean, if you use Azure, or you have automatic replication and all these things. So.
But again, also maybe not something that everyone knows about. This is kind of the thing. Like, if you post anything, you should know that it's everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's kind of funny how many places an image that you take on Facebook, for instance, actually gets stored.
Yeah.
You know.
So we don't want to do that with our medical records, for example,
for instance,
or ID services, or stuff
exactly.
like that.
Or maybe things like our bank account number.
No, it's just, well, you can publish it. I don't know what I could do with it, just a number, but in the wrong. Who's interested of your bank number?
I am.
Yeah.
I would like to add a couple of zeros.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can do with this is to add money to it. So
right?
Yeah, I couldn't deduct
right? And you're like, that's not powerful.
No.
What? That's like the most powerful power you could have.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
I don't like. You go in and say, this looks
that's good.
Nah,
we'll just list a lot of bank numbers so anyone can just donate.
Yeah.
That could be something. A new business idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super cool, Chris.
Yeah, we
cool.
need to do this.
Genius.
We need to do this stuff.
Yeah, I'll write it down. Written.
Ah, God damn it! You don't even fake type. Could you please try? Okay, good. Yeah, she's gonna forget this.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think also that's good as a KISO. You should avoid. You should not do this. This is probably bad for us.
Yeah.
Not do what? The idea?
You should try to avoid hacking banks.
No, I mean, it would be a white hack.
Why?
Yeah.
A whack.
A whack.
A whacking job.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
A white hack. There's so much weirdness in that term that I don't even know where to start. But
it's like crackers and hackers.
Yeah.
The difference. I mean, a hacker is a good guy. The cracker is not a good guy. Depends. So white hack or black hat or whatever.
Exactly. I like the fact that we actually talked about this before. We talked about marketing specifically and how to leverage data and the techniques that you can use. And it's really good that we're aware of that people are using when it comes to our data and how targeting actually works and stuff like that. Because again, this data is everywhere and it's really easy to find if you want to find it. Again, it's like a Google search away if you really want to start finding out what's happening to someone, or you can really get in depth pretty fast, and that's something we should be aware of.
And changing passwords, for example, on hacked sites and leaked lists, and
yes,
yeah, I mean, was it last year? Yeah, it must be last year when the U.S. government, all employees were leaked.
Yeah,
they had about thousands of Trojans in-house, and so that's be taken more seriously. On personal data. I mean, a lot is leaking. Yeah, and I think many people. In the beginning, I was thinking it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't really care that people know that I smoked a bit of pot when I was young. I mean, I don't care. You know that. I don't care. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna apologize. No. And I mean, I never did anything that was that I'm really ashamed of. Maybe I did some bad stuff. I did stuff that most people actually do, right? So speeding.
I've actually, well, yeah, yes, probably,
Maybe.
but I've never been caught.
No,
You know,
exactly.
So
yeah.
I shouldn't
Never
say that.
been
Police is
caught.
sort of like, hey,
Yeah.
we have a lot of tickets
Yeah.
for you now, man.
Which is why you moved to India.
To get
Yes.
speeding tickets?
Yes.
No,
To
not
leave them
drive.
behind.
Yes. Yeah.
So, okay, so back to this. So then you moved to India.
Yes.
Yes.
To Bangalore,
Okay,
trying to see how it was to live there for.
Wait.
okay, and
That
now,
was the impulse. I thought it was to start.
Yeah, as well. I mean, you have to do
Visit
something.
travel.
You can't just move away and do nothing, I guess. Well, it could be nice, but at
I did
the
that.
age of
It was great.
yeah, but you have to
Go
do
to
something.
Sweden,
You can't just sit. You're doing something now, right?
arguably, but I mean,
but,
we're kind of just debating what an addiction. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty
she's
chill.
addicted to
No.
Sweden.
Pretty chill.
So I started
Good job.
developing.
Mm.
For example, one of those things like so everything is replicated in the
Yeah.
cloud.
Yes.
So, but I was thinking, but we can't use one cloud provider. We need to use several.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to handle that replication of the information ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't cache it somewhere because it's live data,
Yeah,
and we don't know what data is, or we know what it is, but we don't know. It shouldn't be out there.
exactly. So it's data that in some way have to be encrypted, but also backed up on several.
Yeah, and make
In
that
several
active, because if you're looking at data centers, traditionally it goes down. It will fail eventually. Even a whole region of mixed data centers and stuff like that.
So this was
actually
kind of
shut
data
down.
that people needed to have instant access to that couldn't go down,
Yes.
but that's also sensitive.
So that was part of the platform I started building then. So that was, to handle user accounts and organizations,
Were you
attributes, categorization of information, building like information models for that.
were you a one-man band doing this?
Yes.
Mm?
I had some support from some people, trying to discuss things, and you had to look at a lot of good examples and
Yeah.
trying to figure out.
So who were your customers at that time? I mean, you don't have to say specifically, but generally.
No, because I spent quite a lot of time just building it. Because what people before asked me, can you build our website?
Mm.
Yes, what do you want it to do? Oh, and then you start, well, we want it to be green. Yeah, okay, great. And we have to have a logo there. Okay, and what should people do on the website? And then they start thinking, talking, and then you understand, well, you're building a system.
Yeah.
It's not
exactly.
a website. It's not just
Yeah.
design and a presentation online. You want something. You want to get paid, for example.
Yes.
So you have to build the full processes. So since back then, I had some smaller projects, building more web sites,
applications,
web
yeah.
applications.
All from Bangalore.
From Bangalore, yeah, and continuing in Sweden. I moved back here, and we're staying there for 9 months. But it was-
Okay.
So did you move back recently then?
No, that was in 2011.
Okay, so it's been a
it's,
while. Yeah.
It's a bit. It's been a while.
Okay.
And Molndrift.
Molndrift, yeah.
So that was kind of the
Open
precursor to what you're doing now in a way.
Yes, yeah. So we started Molndrift to try to solve these issues and to handle. I mean, infrastructure, cloud was really quite new. I mean, it started in 2000 in the perspective that to buy infrastructure as a service.
Yeah.
That was sort of the first step to just give your credit card and get a server.
Yeah.
Before you had to take it, you have to buy fans, extra processors. You have to have a rack space. You need to have agreement with data halls, server data centers.
Today it's incredibly
and today it's easy. So you don't have to invest a lot in your own hardware, and someone is taking care that the machines are working, that they have internet connections, that they have good backups for
Exactly.
electricity and cooling and all these things.
Do you remember what you said to me on the phone the other day? Your definition of cloud.
Yeah, payment model and the delivery of IT services.
That's
Sort
the
of.
cloud.
Yeah.
As
someone
opposed to
else's
infrastructure.
computer, someone would say. But it's just IT. It's just the delivery of information as well. Not just, but it's what you want to use it for.
Yeah.
Most of people, or most of public services at least, I've never built a space rocket, for example, because that would lose internet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. So I think that's quite basic, really. Because it's a lot of services out there in the cloud. You
Yeah,
don't-
absolutely.
If you want to buy storage, or is iCloud, is that a cloud service? Is that the cloud? I mean, it's wide argument and from
It
different
is.
perspectives.
It is. I feel it's really similar to one of the fields that we're an IoT business. I mean, so cloud is it's part of. It has to be a part of it. It's a part of everything today, and that kind of part of the. One of the things is this word has been around since the 90s. You know, probably earlier than that. Like, but I heard it even in the beginning, in the mid 90s was the first time I heard this term being thrown around, and it's like IoT too. It's like it's become this term that just you see this cloud logo everywhere, and what does that even mean? You know, and for a lot of people, that's actually not that clear, and it isn't very. I mean, I'm sure there is a lot of different definitions. But it's that's a part of the problem. These terms get so hyped, and everyone wants to get in.
Yeah,
it's like it's like blockchain, right? I mean, it's another one of these kind of terms, and everyone's like, well, what does it, today what does it really mean? But basically, all of internet is now there. I mean, like it's not on anyone's private computers anymore, and it's all virtual machines that are running inside this huge computer.
And you can cancel instantly.
Yeah. I mean, you don't. Most of the services you don't sign up for a long time.
Yeah.
You can adjust the performance levels. You can adjust your users, your employees. It's very flexible. Which, I mean, if you want to buy, before you had to invest 1 million crowns, for example, into hardware, that you have to think about: is this enough in 3 years?
Yeah.
Or do we need to add? Or in worst case, we might not even use it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But you still have invested a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, audience, give us your definition of cloud.
Yes,
cloud
please do.
versus infrastructure. That's a challenge. Cloud versus infrastructure.
I'm gonna search for the. I'm gonna do a wiki search. You can.
Wiki.
Cloud.
Okay.
The cloud.
I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna
marketing.
do.
No.
Cloud. Sorry, but this is also a fun one. We can get
yes.
there.
He's typing in marketing on Wiki.
Oh,
And
in meteorology, cloud is an error. Hey, did you know that?
Yeah.
It actually means these things that are floating around in the sky. I didn't even know.
Okay.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Great name.
Smart guys.
Smart guys.
Let's see. Okay. Yes, you go on.
Yeah.
I will find the definition.
We'll continue.
We'll continue.
Yeah. You also told me the other day about your partner networks.
The latest. I mean, we have been partnered with Microsoft and City Cloud and different aspects, and we use a lot of integrations with different providers because cloud is so mixed up as well. You can't just use one. So the latest one, which I think is really exciting to work with, I really enjoy it, is Akamai, regarding mostly in delivery and security. It's been taking the largest DDoS attacks in the world, and they're delivering loads of information. We use them as our sort of web application protectors, so you can, for example, block out Tor networks if you don't have any business with Tor and anonymization of internet. Why do you accept the users? One of the hardest questions I've had for a lot of security assessments as well has been, well, you don't have any clients in Uzbekistan or in China or in Russia. Why do you let them access your web service? Yeah, good question. 5 to 10% of IP addresses change localization per month. So it's very hard for a firewall or something. You have to have huge lists and you have to be updated all the time. So for example, with Akamai, they have around 4,000 different data centers, which all the end users would access. So if surfing to WRLDS.com, then they would target the Akamai server first, and then Akamai would deliver the information to you. Or, I mean, make the connection. So to provide this...
But they're not a DSP, right?
ESP? No,
DSP, like,
DSP.
Maybe you're right. I mean, they're not the ones that actually point the... Because I always change that to 1.1.1.1. I use Cloudflare and stuff, different stuff, but that's not really what they're doing. They're a layer beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, Cloudflare also has these web application firewalls and stuff.
Okay,
so, but it's I'm sort of, I would say...
They sound like a little bit beyond that.
Yes, it's a lot of more services.
Yeah.
It's sort of hard. It's not hard, but if you would check for web application firewall, check your traffic or OWASP top 10 and all these normal attack patterns, then I guess it's about this same.
Yeah.
But when you look at the infrastructure, the target for a DDoS attack, then you want to deliver the information at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a DDoS attack, maybe just to explain that.
Yeah, okay. It's like if you have 5 million web cameras that are hacked, you can go to Aftonbladet or some site and just trigger requests, and that would sort of generate a lot of load on the back end, which will take it down in the end.
Yeah. And I think this is a term that you will actually see once in a while, and it used to be really, really common that sites would go down, such as government sites and stuff like that. And this still happens.
Still happens.
But particularly when they had their own service, obviously. Because you really do need to have a layer that protects against overloading, which is essentially what they're trying to do, just overload the servers.
Yeah, and it's hard because the internet is global as well.
Yeah.
So even if you think you have a really good provider in Sweden, or you're just targeting Swedish customer, you're not interested in global security, well, you're on the internet.
Yeah. Well,
so
screw you.
Screw you. You just missed, by mistake, you can get attacked as well.
Yeah.
Just a scan.
So how do you base your decisions around who to partner with? I mean, I guess the ideal situation is, do you have infinite capacity to partner with everybody to cover your bases?
It's things that I have been in need for. Security is good. We need that for some clients, and then it's easy to just add that as a service on top. If you don't have built on our platform, for example, then you would have some security incidents from scratch on the application level. But you could, I mean, we probably have a few. We check it every year. Every year we go through it with the external security people.
You have to throw in the disclaimer. Someone's going to quote you with a problem. Maybe if you use us, you won't have any problems.
You still have to take care of it. To do that, IT security experts, which are, it's not every day that you find people working only with that and can help you in all levels. I mean, you can be a theoretical really good at IT security, but practically, how do you do it? You just tell someone to fix the firewalls or to do stuff like that. But
I mean,
this is help.
It must be very hard to ingest a brief from a client. They probably have no clue what to ask for.
No, I think so. I mean, they just look for security. We need to check this on the legal form that we need to have this.
But I mean, and I think this is the general problem about internet security, and it's going to keep on being a huge problem, is because this is something that you need someone else to do. I mean, most companies today are online whether they want it or not, and most companies have critical functions online. Most companies today have their whole fucking accounting online. They have every single data point accessible, and I think most of the time you don't really have to care because your data is not that interesting. But when you hit a certain threshold and you hit a certain level of competitiveness in the market, this data is incredibly valuable and it's incredibly sensitive. And you typically have no idea, or the effort, or the possibility to do anything about it. So that's kind of where you come in, and you try to help them through this process of making sure that the basic fundamentals are at least as safe.
That should be. I mean, that should almost be a checkbox.
Yeah.
It should be easy and simple to implement for a new client that needs this. Most people want it, you want it, but you don't need it because it will add an extra cost, of course.
I mean, connect it to GDPR.
Yeah, I mean,
data protection officers.
Yeah, they need to make sure that they're doing the utmost.
Yeah, and every company needs one now.
Every company in Europe or doing business with Europe needs to think about these things. And bots, for example, some sites that are having like 60% is bots. It's not even humans that is surfing and watching and picking price lists, and that you can do really fun thing with as well when you identify the bot and just throw in some random numbers instead of the correct price, for example, in 50% of the time. So to because it's your information.
Yeah, and I think this is something that is really important. So that's also something you actually help your clients with.
Yeah,
which is basically to help trick bots and help to make sure that the data that you're getting out of your users are data of real actual users, and that bots that are just trying to scan you, trying to find weaknesses, get off with useless stuff, and can't do that much harm to you, basically.
No, and some base levels as well is to open connections to the servers.
Yeah.
For example, just take one because you don't have unlimited number of connections to your server. So
no.
It'll be in the end it will throw you out. So protection regarding that is base. It's not very very complicated stuff, but you need to have the tools to do it.
Yeah.
And maybe as a developer, you don't have the tools to do it because it's on the infrastructure. It's on the And now infrastructure is a service, so you don't really need to know a lot about it to get something up and running and working.
No. You need absolutely kind of nothing to get started. You need like 2 YouTube videos, and you're gonna have your server up and running. You know. So yeah, it's really a huge thing. It's really really interesting. I mean, we're constantly. I mean, Worlds for One is now it's still a startup, but this is something that when you have this complex data that is being sent from people's phones up to cloud solutions, where some of it may be very personal. Yeah. Some of it is definitely integral to the business. Is data that we for legal reasons cannot have out. And for other, just for protecting our users, protecting our interests, protecting everything. And basically, when you have that much already in the cloud, it makes sense to have everything there.
Yeah.
And then because it's already there. Why would you want to have data? You want to have one point where all of your data is, and where all of your data can kind of communicate and make sense. And where you can run stuff like AI, where you can really start to lifting intelligence, into the cloud as well, and making really good decisions about your business opportunities. And if you're sitting there with what you're saying, like 60% fake data, you're going to make decisions that are completely wrong.
Yeah.
So in combination with AI, this becomes even more important. And something we really have to watch out for. And in marketing, we talked about before, we see this so many times. There's so much out there that is fake. And there are some numbers that we care so much about that is, they're joke numbers. They mean literally nothing, like likes and views and stuff like that. These are numbers that are, if you really want to know, that's numbers that are super easy to inflate, super easy to fake, super easy to do whatever you want with. But still incredibly important in our perception of something. So there are so many things there, and that's just like scratching on the surface. But knowing these true values kind of key to being able to operate your business. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of talking. But yeah, so go get this service. You need it, guys.
Yes, buy it.
You need this stuff.
What is
Amazing.
what is it called?
Amazing.
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 Wow.
Yeah. Here we go.
What is the future role of an IT architect then? Or are you going to partition yourself into a million pieces as you already have? Is that inevitable for every?
I like that. You're gonna partition. We're
Right?
so into the speak now that we're gonna partition ourselves.
Yeah. CXO.
I'm gonna DDoS attack you. So
No,
just a
but
lot of
you
information.
can't get me. I'm a quasar.
So the development platform that I started building in 2010 is sort of with the users, and it gets a lot of best practice. So I try to add, what I invent or find out, and to improve the platform so that new developers and new organizations coming in, new customers get further ahead.
Yeah.
To time to market, for example. We don't need to discuss user security. We don't need to discuss how an organization is structured. We just need organizations, but what do we want to do? Yeah, we want to bounce balls.
Yeah.
And we want to figure out to take that data and do something with it, right?
Mm.
But who should see it? For example, that's something that is very important, because an administrator might.
Yeah, and the combination of those services is so good.
Yeah.
Because sure, there's a lot of analytic people that can do that for you, but again, you need to kind of combine it with the service of actually getting the right data. It's really, really interesting and very important.
And if you do AI and stuff, don't mix that with personal information, for example.
Or do.
You know what? This leads into the World's Ball giveaway.
The giveaway. Nice segue.
I wonder who it goes to.
Yes. Who? Oh my.
Yes, you.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Yay! You got the World's Ball.
Yeah.
Should we unbox it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want the microphone again? You've got one. Okay.
Handheld.
Oh, I'll hold it for you.
There we go.
Sticker. Free. Complimentary.
Oh my God. Wow. That was perfect.
Wow.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. Cool.
We're really turning the format of this around. Oh my God.
IT architects security for the ball.
Yeah, the ball.
What would you do to the ball? To make it safe?
To make it safe.
To make it safe.
Remove that stupid tech inside.
How can you?
Yeah.
How
Does
will
it
you
listen
protect
to me?
people?
Actually, the sensor is, and this is quite amazing how sensitive the accelerometers are today. That you could, in theory, use it as a mic if you set it to the super, because it will catch the vibrations of air. Now it would catch whole lot of other vibrations, but if you had it perfectly still, which you wouldn't be able to.
On a table.
Somewhere you
not
could
in
actually,
the hand.
Yeah, it would hear your heartbeat. That's a kind of a cool thing. One of the things it would pick up is your heartbeat and stuff like that. So it's incredibly sensitive. And also, this is something I feel like a lot of people don't know exactly how incredibly much data you can get out of a sensor today, and how personal that information can be. Right? I think that's important to know. Not necessarily. Yes. It's actually a kind of good thing, and this is kind of, we talked about biohacking before, and ways into really starting to apply this knowledge to ourselves.
It's like these watches.
Right? Yes, exactly. I mean, they know a whole lot of shit about you.
Yeah. Yeah, but my question genuinely is, how do we protect ourselves from the World's Ball? I mean, seriously.
Then, how do we protect ourselves from the ball? Yeah. You have to keep it locked in, right? It's like gremlins. Don't add water to it. How do you mean?
Well,
I think there's
We
two.
were sorry, go ahead.
I think there's like two questions. Like one thing is, and now that you have the ball, you know that there's a contractual thing there where you're going to help us with all our data security.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously.
that's
For
not
free.
course.
trade.
Yeah.
It's an expensive piece of technology right here. No, but it's like, I think that's kind of the question now. Say that we would be a potential client. We come to you, say we have all of these solutions, and you actually already kind of gave a key away, and I think that's really important. It's not really about security. That's not going to be the first question you ask. You're going to ask yourself, well, guys, what do you want to do? Because and that's the really important thing, and that's what I think a lot of customers actually need. They need someone who doesn't go like, well, you need this layer, 500, okay, sure, but I can't do this, like, and if you help me with that layer, how do I know that actually works in context with everything else? You need someone who understands the whole process, who can go in and look at that, right? So, but say I'm a guy who's, so I come from Wells, I'm a founder. Let's, what are we going to do? We want to protect our users.
Yes, of course, and you want to protect your infrastructure.
Yeah,
and you want the data reporting, for example, from the ball to the server.
Yes.
Yeah, that has to be kind of safe.
And it has to be safe and it has to be fast, right? Because you sell millions of these.
Exactly, and it has to be fast.
So,
also, it has to be correct.
It has to be correct.
I'm worried about people injecting data into our servers, for instance.
That
would be horrible for us.
That would be horrible. So then you probably should use some type of security certificates, stuff like that. Generate tokens for each ball,
right?
Or each user that is registering.
So we kind of need to have a kind of a private public key solution here, where we're working with, where we're linking everything, every user in a database structure to each corresponding ball.
And exactly, because it's their ball, it's their data, right?
So,
sort of.
So that's kind of a first step in a way to make sure that the database structure is at a level where we can understand and protect the data.
Yeah, I mean, all the sensor data is a lot as well. It's a lot of data. So database or some NoSQL or whatever, we need to find the right technology as well for that and protect that one. And well, I think with like IoT and stuff, it's more because you would have your server in Sweden or in the cloud.
Probably, in the cloud
somewhere.
And we would have to hope that our service provider, that contract with them as it grows would be something that we would absolutely need help with defining, because the standard terms and the standard agreements probably wouldn't be enough for us at scale, right? Because
that as well. Because we need to know if you would have a different problem. Yeah,
and who is responsible ultimately in that case also for things such as GDPR? When is it their fault and when is it our fault? This kind of has to be clear in the contract as well.
Exactly. And for GDPR is it's personal data.
Yeah,
so
but if we link this to a personal, that's kind of the thing. Like the moment we actually link it to a personal,
then
this is maybe we don't have their personal information. Maybe all we have is their email address or something. But we need to link it to something.
But email address could be personal.
It is pretty personal.
I mean,
and if we find out where they are, which we would and need to for some of the games, maybe we don't store that data, but it's still important data. These are absolutely super sensitive data. Where you are now, your phone is telling the whole world that pretty much constantly, but this is really, really sensitive data that you do not want to be in wrong.
No, so you want to know that we are friends, so you will know where I bounced the ball.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world should not know. Or
exactly.
That's really important to have that structure and take care of the user's personal information.
Yeah.
And you're hired. And we care.
Yeah.
Robert Mitchell says here, I want a sticker. Did not get one with mine.
Oh, Robert.
Is that a new thing? Okay, we have to send a sticker somehow.
It's a little bit rent. We'll send you a sticker. We'll send you 2 stickers, Robert.
We can send you a bunch of stickers.
A bunch of stickers. That's good.
Yeah.
You have a lot.
We actually have a lot of stickers here on the door here.
Yeah.
Pretty
sticker coming out at you.
Good.
Out at you. You have been terrific. Do you want to find out who's coming on the show next week?
Yes, of course.
Okay. All right, let's see. It's our friend Paul
Oh my
Wilkinson.
God, I'm sitting right in the middle of his face.
Yeah, his lovely face.
I always do this. So Paul Wilkinson is one of the guys that he started out developing since the computer game. That's one of the first things he's been working with music for a whole long time. Specifically computer game music. That's kind of how he got into it. And then he started to create and program computer games, and he got into cell phone gaming. So he's really into cell phone gaming. I know he has a couple of new games that he's working on. I'm pretty psyched about having him come here. Hopefully he's going to be nice to me. Because he's very American.
He's actually Canadian.
I know he's Canadian, but he's kind of a mix. Wouldn't you say? Like he's Canadian, American, Swedish in a very kind of amazing mix.
Canadian, American, Swedish.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has a little bit of everything.
It's true.
He can really apologize, you know. Like I think the thing is he can be really rude, but he can really apologize, and then he can be very quiet as well. So, like he can be quiet for long. Is it really amazing?
Yeah. He's a top-notch guy. So definitely join us next Thursday. Same time, same bet channel. There will be more balls, and you are invited. You are all invited.
All invited, same time.
And you are invited to watch the show also.
Perfect.
And comment and talk with us. Continue the conversation. Maybe not in this accent. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it.
What's happening right now?
Okay, so we have a ceremonious way of ending the show.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to press the right button here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See that button right
that
there?
one.
Yeah. Don't press just
No.
when this is going to destroy the show. So.
That's not. Yeah.
That's a break the show.
We have
Yeah,
to
that's a
have
break the show.
It's not a 2-button combination, so it's just one.
It's like,
really.
I think
so you could actually.
Destroy.
So it's like the Hawaii missile warning system, right?
It's kind of like that. Yes,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
We have to be.
Trigger friendly.
Okay, ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So we first have to say bye.
Bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
joining us.
Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you. And then we're going to edge towards and destroy
Okay.
everything.